I don't belong here. Please, I beg you, let me go back.
The hot afternoon sun covered the dusty road of a small African town. Children played football near a broken drainage. Women sold tomatoes by the roadside while motorcycles moved slowly through the street. Then suddenly, everything became quiet. People stopped moving. A young man named Daniel was walking slowly down the road wearing a deep red native outfit. But he was not alone. Beside him was death, not a ghost, not a shadow, a real moving skeleton. Its dry bones cracked softly as it walked upside down on its hands beside Daniel, like a strange creature from another world. In one hand, the skeleton held a phone as if it was recording him. Fear spread everywhere. Women screamed and carried their children. People rushed inside their houses. An old man dropped the oranges he was carrying. "Jesus Christ," someone shouted. But Daniel kept walking calmly. He showed no fear, only sadness, a very deep sadness. Nobody knew Daniel's story. Years before, Daniel was one of the happiest young men in the town. He sang in church every Sunday. He helped poor people. He prayed every morning before leaving his house. People loved him. But one terrible night changed his life forever. His younger sister Esther became very sick. At first, they thought she would recover quickly, but every day she became weaker. Their mother cried day and night beside Esther's bed. Daniel tried everything to save her. The hospital asked for money they did not have. Daniel sold his phone, sold many of his clothes, even borrowed money from dangerous people. But Esther continued getting worse. One rainy night, Daniel ran into the church crying loudly. He fell before the altar and shouted, "God, please, don't let my sister die." But it felt like heaven was silent. 3 days later, Esther died. Daniel's heart broke completely. During the funeral, dark clouds covered the sky. People cried quietly around the grave. Daniel looked up at the sky with tears running down his face. "Where were you, God?" he shouted. Thunder roared loudly across the sky. People became afraid, but Daniel walked away from the cemetery alone. That same night, heavy rain beat against his roof while he sat quietly inside his dark room. He could not sleep. Then suddenly, crack, crack, crack. A strange sound came from outside his window, like dry bones breaking. Daniel slowly stood up, shaking with fear. Carefully, he opened the curtain, and standing outside in the rain was the skeleton, tall, silent, not moving. Lightning flashed across the sky, showing its empty eyes for 1 second. Daniel tried to scream, but no sound came out. Then the skeleton spoke with a dry, weak voice. "I have walked beside you since sorrow entered your heart." Daniel fell backward in fear. "Who are you?" he whispered. "I am Death." The room suddenly became cold. The candles went out. Darkness filled the room. Daniel shook badly, but Death did not attack him. Instead, it spoke again. "You blame God for what happened, but you do not understand everything." Daniel looked at the skeleton with fear. "What do you want from me?" Death slowly stretched out its hand. "To show you something." Suddenly, the room disappeared. Daniel found himself standing in darkness. Then he saw thousands of people walking forward. Rich men, poor women, children, pastors, politicians, famous people, all walking toward giant doors. Some doors shined with beautiful golden light. Other doors burned with terrible fire. Daniel became afraid. "What is this place?" he asked. Death answered, "The place where every soul is judged." Daniel saw a rich man crying loudly, "No, please, my money, my houses." But invisible beings dragged him away into darkness. Then Daniel saw an old poor woman surrounded by bright light. Her old torn clothes changed into beautiful white garments. She smiled peacefully. Daniel looked confused. "But she was poor," he said. Death answered, "She was rich before God." Daniel trembled. Then he saw something even worse. Many people who acted holy on earth were crying in shame. Their secret sins followed them like chains. Daniel fell to his knees. "Please, take me back." But Death pointed ahead. "There is one more thing you must see." Suddenly, Daniel found himself back inside his town. It was nighttime. Heavy rain fell everywhere. Beside a dirty gutter sat a hungry little boy. Cars splashed muddy water on him while people ignored him. The boy cried softly. Then Daniel saw something shocking. He saw himself, years earlier. The little boy looked up and begged, "Brother, please, I'm hungry." But Daniel ignored him because he was rushing to choir practice. The vision stopped. Death turned toward Daniel. "You asked where God was when your sister suffered." Then the skeleton pointed at the hungry child. "But where were you when others suffered?" Daniel's eyes filled with tears. He remembered all the people